Glasses. Hi class. I thought I'd put together a little video to explain who I am, give you a little background information. I am the Spanish teacher here at Argyle, but with our format, with the whole online learning thing, sometimes students don't really get to see my face or get a sense of my personality or my teaching styles and things like that. And then the year flies by. So I thought I'd put together a little welcome video as well as a little meet your teacher video, which is what we're going to go through right now really quickly. So first off, you might see a myriad of photos of me up there. Hopefully you haven't noticed too much the little baby one in the corner, as I pointed out. But you might see these either on the class page or on YouTube. Yes, they are all me. I am the same person. My name is Señorita Henriquez. Por favor, en español, Señorita Henriquez, not señora. Señorita. Señora is my mom. Make sure you're not saying that H, right? Henriquez. Little FYI, if you notice at the bottom there, you might also see my full name, Señorita Isis Maria Henriquez. Yes, my first name is Isis. I think you'll see that on my YouTube videos. I just defaults to my first name. Most people call me Maria, some call me Isis, some call me Isis. Of course, lately that's been quite awkward, so I thought I'd give you a little heads up. If you see Isis on any of the videos, worksheets, or anything like that, that's simply my first name and not a terrorist group. And a little FYI, I was named after the Egyptian goddess of compassion. So that's what that is all about. All right, so just a little background information. I am the Spanish teacher here at the Argyle Center. I am in charge of the entire program, so Spanish 4 through 12. There are 3 different programs, the 3Y, 6Y, and 9Y program, but I go through that in your orientation video. I have been teaching Spanish for over a decade. I think it's been 12, 13 years at the junior high level, at the high school level, and even a few semesters at the university level. However, I've been working with both Spanish and English since I became my elementary school's translator in grade 4. I was really, really tiny, but I just love languages, and they actually called me down to the office and I would translate for everybody coming in that needed a Spanish or English translator. So I was actually born in Mexico. You might be wondering, whoa, how does she know Spanish and English at such a young age? Well, I was actually born in Mexico, more specifically in Guadalajara, which is right there. Sort of central Mexico. Is a beautiful, beautiful city, huge, which I absolutely adore. However, I have quite an interesting background because my parents, my family is actually from El Salvador. El Salvador, or El Salvador, the tiniest country in Central America. It actually is. Look how tiny it is. Really, really small. However, as small as it is and as beautiful as it is, you can see it there, lots of volcanoes and beautiful landscapes. It was also quite violent during the Civil War, which is why my parents had to escape, and I was born in Mexico on their way as they were trying to escape, on their journey to escape the war and the violence. And thankfully, Canada took us in. I love Canada. And I actually came when I was very, very young. We actually came over to Quebec when I was only 1 year old. So my first words were actually in French, and then I kind of learned Spanish and English at the same time, simultaneously, which is why I have such an appreciation for language and culture, and why one of the reasons why I've been teaching it for so long. A little bit more about me. So I've been teaching Spanish for that long, but I also love, and I absolutely love English literature. So most recently, I actually completed my Master of Arts in English Literature, and I've also had the privilege to study Spanish in Canada as well as abroad, in Mexico, El Salvador, and Spain. So Mexico, El Salvador, y España. A few other tidbits about myself. I do love to travel. I think I've been to most of the countries hinted there, except for Brazil. in India, but I have been to almost 30 countries. I just can't stay still. I love my backpack and my passport, and I'm the most happiest when I'm globetrotting somewhere. I also love yoga. Try to practice it every day, even if I look like the little caricature there. I'm not sure if I'm very good. I actually trained with a group from the Himalayas, and I was actually a yoga instructor at one of our high schools for several years. Um, and then I shifted to other hobbies such as books. I love books. Good old Dory there. I need to stop buying books. Oh, look, a book sale. Yeah, that's basically me. I can't stop reading books. I love books. I'm actually writing a book as well. I'm writing a novel. Hopefully, it gets done sometime during my lifetime. I've been working on it for quite a while. You might want to keep an eye out for it. It's called Mangoes and Snowflakes. Mangoes and Snowflakes. Brownie points if you can guess why I called it that. And lastly, I do love movies. I try to incorporate movies into all my courses as much as I can. I think they're great educational tools. So if I'm not reading a book or practicing yoga or teaching, I am at the movie theater because I absolutely love, love, love movies. So if you ever have any recommendations, any suggestions of movies that you think I should check out or should try to incorporate in the courses, by all means, let me know. All right, lastly, I absolutely love teaching. I care so much about all of my students and why they're here in my class. So, although I do have high expectations in terms of effort and attendance, I also strive to provide a safe and encouraging student centered environment. That's right, you make the calls. You are basically in control of these classes. Whatever you need, that's what I adapt the material to. It's to your needs and to your success. I aim to guide and support my students to reach all their goals, whether it is to become fluent in Spanish or to relocate. I did have a few students over the last few years that have helped to relocate to Spain or Latin America, or get into a post-secondary program of their choice. So if you're using any of these Spanish courses, again, I teach elementary through high school. So if you're using the high school program to get into university or college, by all means, let me know. I'm more than happy to help, as I have done so many, many times in the past. I'm eager to begin the new school year, and I hope it's an enriching and enjoyable experience for all. So guys, like I said, I'm here to help you and to teach you Spanish, but I'm here for anything else you might need, any help, support, advice, guidance, whether it's with the course or student exchanges, traveling to Spanish-speaking countries, studying in Spanish-speaking countries, whatever you need to be successful, that is what I am here for. All right, guys, that's just a little bit about me. Hopefully you get to know me a lot more throughout the year, and I really look forward to seeing you all in class. Gracias. Adios.